What up, bro?
Yo.
What you trying to do?
Shit. Let me look at it. I don't trust this motherfucker, boy.
So I think the last video when we left off, I said I was going to grab some bolts, which I did, and a belt for the alternator, which I did. Someone also commented asking what size belt to run with this relocation bracket. I will let you guys know as soon as I know. I probably should just go look at the turbo car, I would guess, because this belt is way too big as well. What I did was I cut a belt that I had just laying around in the shop. I cut that and I measured it to be perfectly tight with this all the way down. So that's all the way down. You can see that's all the adjustment that I have. That's it. So I got it all the way down right now, and I cut that belt to fit with it all the way down, really, really tight. And all I was gonna do was measure that, get it maybe a couple millimeters bigger so that I could just slip it over and we were gonna be fine. But for some reason, the lady did not understand what I was talking about when I went to O'Reilly's. You guys probably have all been there. There's always that one person that doesn't quite get what you're trying to do. So I'm gonna have to return it. I still got the receipt, no big deal. Anyways, I got a bunch of bolts here. Someone mentioned about cutting this off and just running a straight V-band. I would do that, but my issue is if I ever have to change this turbo for whatever reason, I won't be able to like I didn't need another adapter, or I need the V-band, the next turbo, and I don't weld. So I'm a budget guy, and what I'm trying to do is keep this on a budget. This adapter is gonna be perfect for that situation. So now doesn't matter what 4-bolt turbo we get, any 4-bolt 3-inch turbo that we change this out for, if this one does have problems, anytime I have to change the turbo, I can just unbolt this and bolt it to the new turbo, and boom, we got our same hood dump, same everything. So that's kind of why I like that. If I was a welder, fine, I would just lock this off, do whatever, but I'm not a welder, so I gotta keep myself in mind and know I want this thing to where if I have to swap the turbo, I don't need anyone to do that. I can do it all by myself right here in my shop. So that's why I went with that adapter. I know you could save more room, blah, 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 but that's why I said we had an alternator down here. The adapter only brings it out this much, then the dump will go up. I mean, it'll still work just fine. So that's why we're going with that. Bro. I mean, bro. Are y'all seeing this? This thing is working freaking perfectly, dude. Like, look at the damn, bro. It is almost the exact same height as the freaking valve cover, bro. Like, that is so dope, bro. That is so freaking dope. In case you're interested in one, this is what I bought right here. It is a Vibrant Performance 38 mil 2-bolt to 44 mil V-band wastegate adapter. It does not get any freaking better, bro. Like, I tightened it down, everything's good, but we can move it if I have to. But I did tighten it down just to make sure that it got clamped and everything. I mean, everything is perfect, bro. Look at the clearance of the freaking bolt. Do y'all see that, bro? Do you see the freaking clearance? Like, there's like freaking plastic gauge of clearance between the freaking bolt and the clamp. I did not even think about that. They made this thing spot on, bro. Vibrant made this thing spot the freak on. So that's dope, bro. That's gonna work. got the rear main seal changed out. Got the fresh one in there. So that's good to go now. So now begins the H2B kit. If you're trying to do this yourself, it's a mess when you buy these cheaper kits, but you can look this stuff up online if you're unsure as to where a bolt goes or something. But I'm just gonna feel around and figure it out because I think I can remember what I did last time, I think. But the kit is really simple. It's just a couple of adapters and a bunch of weird shaped Allen head bolts that allow you to bolt this plate to the side of the motor. And one bolt pattern, you see it's a lot of different holes on here, pause. One bolt pattern is to bolt it to the side of the motor, FH, doesn't matter. And then the other set of bolt holes is to adapt the B series transmission to this plate. And this just sandwiches the two. Because you're using this plate, the plate is, yay thick, pause. And they send you this adapter that you have to run to space out your flywheel, clutch, all of that stuff. So all you have to do is get this kit and run a B series everything, bro. The motor is the only thing that stays FH. The plate adapts, this adapts, and from the clutch, flywheel, slave cylinder, everything on the B series motor is what you're gonna use from this plate out. Mounts, everything. So that's why I said, like, H2B, if you can do a B series motor, you can do an H2B. H2B is just a little slight bit of modification with the axle to get it to clearance on the block. Other than that, this motor is gonna sit right in as if it was a B series swap. So if you're following along, that's how it works. So guys, before you can mount the plate, there is a little nipple, pause, sticking out of the side of the motor that you're gonna have to trim. This piece right up here. You're gonna have to trim it down because it protrudes ever so slightly past the actual side of the motor. And so you're gonna have to trim it down in order for the plate to sit flush. See that, guys? I just trimmed it past this piece right here. That piece right there, it has to go just past this piece, because this is where the H2B plate will sit flush. So you just have to trim that. This big hole right here is for the axle. So, well, not the axle, but the half shaft. So that's gonna definitely be to the back. And I'm just gonna stick this up here, align where it would go. I'm gonna do blue Loctite on everything. And then there are torque specs for all of this stuff as well. The adapter plate to motor bolts gets 33 foot-pounds each. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get this flywheel mounted up. To do that, we're gonna use the adapter plate that's supplied, as well as 8 grade 8 bolts that they supply with the kit. I'm also gonna be using that blue Loctite on this as well. These flywheel bolts have to be torqued to 76 foot-pounds. We can throw the clutch and pressure plate on. As y'all saw in the previous video, we did opt for a brand new Comp 4 clutch. So this is the competition stage 4 sprung clutch. This should give us ample grip with a pretty smooth engagement. Pressure plate, get that lined up. And we're going to torque the pressure plate bolts to 19 foot-pounds. So this is what messed me up all day yesterday, bro. The bolt for the plate itself are not thin enough, man. And Maxpeedingrods, I know I'm sponsored by them, but they gotta do better than this, bro. Like, so what I'm gonna have to do, and trust me guys, I looked around everywhere I could. You could not find these flat Allen head bolts anywhere in any store. The only thing I can do is order some and hope that they're thin enough to actually drive all the way into the plate like it should. But what I'm gonna do, and you can say what you want in the comments. I know some people are strictly by the book. They're gonna talk crap about me. I don't care. But what I'm doing is I'm measuring each bolt, and I've drawn a line. You probably can't see that on camera that good, but I've drawn a Sharpie line where the transmission would butt up at, and I've got the top 2 bolts tight on the transmission. You see the little thin gap right there? That's coming from how thick these bolts are. It's not seating all the way against the plate. See how thick that bolt is? It's sticking out way too far. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shave down from the line that I drawn out. That way I know the transmission will sit flush. There is still a lot of bolt left that's holding this thing in the motor, to the motor, but I know some people are gonna say that is definitely the integrity and all this other crazy shit. I know it's not right, bro, but that's why you can watch me safely from your computer, and I can be the one that fucks something up if something does mess up with this. So that being said, this bottom one doesn't even need a lot, man. You can see it's just an edge of it. And then that one's about half, the top 2 are about half. And I've already ground this one down pretty much, and that's pretty good there. I think I'm gonna call it on that. It's like a half a millimeter left, so I might leave it alone. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trans back off, shave those bolts down, and then we'll continue on putting this H2B kit together. All right, gang, so I got this baby pretty side up right now, man. We are officially H2B, guys, and everything worked out just fine. As you can see, the gaps are pretty much non-existent between the plate. I got the bolt for the starter, got that rigged up, got 2 bolts for that now. But yeah, as you can see, man, this thing is pretty freaking, it's there, bro. Like, the gappage is perfect now. So we are clear to engage. Everything is beautiful now. I've already torqued these bolts down. These get a solid 33 foot-pounds. So I've already torqued all of them down. And this baby is looking pretty much like a complete swap almost. I went ahead and got the speed sensor back in. I got the rear T-bracket mounted. As you can see, I had brand new hardware. I ordered a kit off eBay with all the B series bolts just because I didn't believe that Dustin was gonna give me all of the stock bolts when he gave me the transmission. So just in case, I just ordered that. It was like, I don't know, 17 bucks, 15 bucks. It was not expensive, and it came with every bolt for a B series transmission. So the mount, the starter bolts, everything. And so I just used those two 19 mil bolts, brand new, fresh. We got the stock bolt through here. This little spacer comes in the H2B kit. That worked out beautifully. The only thing left I want to do is I want to get a bolt for here. Well, I got a bolt, but there's no like nut for it. So I'm gonna have to probably go back to Ace Hardware again and get the proper nut for that. Other than that, man, this thing is ready, bro. This thing is freaking ready. Now what I gotta turn my attention to is the half shaft. Now on an H2B kit, to run the half shaft, you have to take the dust shield off that normally is on the half shaft. So I gotta take that off. And also, a side note, these H2B kits do not allow you to change your inner axle seal. So if you have a leak, you're gonna have to take the whole transmission, everything back out just to change it. So yeah, let's hope we don't have a leak, because I did not change that out. But either way, you can still access your outside one like normal. It's just that inside one, bro. Yeah, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is we're gonna knock the dust shield off of the half shaft, and then I got the bracket laying over here on the ground, ready to go. So here is my half shaft here, boys, and all we gotta do is knock this dust shield off. See how easy that pops right off? And now this thing is ready to bolt to the adapter and slide right on in the transmission. Guys, I finally got it, bro. Finally. We got just the clearance we need. Nothing touches. Perfect, bro. It is freaking perfect. All of these bolts are tight. Half shaft is in. And guys, I think that is the H2B swap, bro. That is the H2B. Man, I forgot how hard it was. Why y'all let me do this, bro? Like, why the hell y'all let me do another H2B? And y'all know it was all this pain in the ass grinding and stuff. Tripping, bro. But anyway, she is ready, man. She is ready to go. I can pop this axle back out now. I know we have enough clearance. Everything is lined up and good to go, man. Speed sensor, everything is on. I still need to go by Ace, grab another nut for a bolt to slide through there. And man, this thing is gonna be ready to rock and roll, bro. Just need a nut to go on the back. And this thing's gonna be freaking ready, bro. I'm excited as fuck. Like, I am beyond excited, man. So I think this is pretty much where I'm gonna wrap this video up at. Next video, what I wanna try to get done is there's the little block that goes right here. It kicks out your slave cylinder, because as you can see, the big block sticks out past where the transmission, that B series transmission sits. So I gotta mount the little block here that kicks your slave cylinder out some, and it'll allow it to still target the actual fork. But I'll do all of that in the next video, and we'll get this thing actually mounted in the car in the next video. And from there, we'll see how long it takes me to get this mount to line up like it needs to. If it doesn't take long, we may even start this thing in the next video. But I want to keep these videos coming for y'all. I know everyone's excited, and I want y'all to see the progress as soon and as quick as possible. Yeah, bro, that being said, man, I am gonna wrap this video up right here. I hope you guys are excited. I will catch y'all next time, guys. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.